Heal and root, healing the future from the root.
Good morning, this is Qingqiao information of Sunday, May 11, 2025. Moment of enlightenment, act according to your ability, and mistakes will be few. Blindly pursuing excessive goals will eventually backfire. Real progress lies not in bold claims of breaking limits, but in clearly understanding what can and cannot be done. Today in history, 107 years ago, Richard Feynman was born. He not only reshaped the quantum world with path integrals but also clarified the essence of understanding through the Feynman learning method. True knowledge lies not in memory but in explaining complexity with simplicity. Today is also Mother's Day. Qingqiao editorial wishes all mothers around the world health and longevity. Welcome to Qingqiao information. Germany's conservative leader Merz elected Chancellor. Background. 1. Merz, born in 1955, joined the Christian Democratic Union of Germany in middle school. In 1994, he became a member of the German Bundestag. Merz has loudly declared his intention to end Europe's vassal status to the United States and to create a €200 billion defense fund, aiming to increase Germany's military spending to 3% of GDP within 5 years. 2. Germany's economy has faced multiple pressures in recent years. In 2023 and 2024, the country experienced negative growth for 2 consecutive years. The government has lowered its 2025 growth forecast to 0, signaling the possibility of a third consecutive year without growth. Qingqiao's view. Merz's rise to the chancellorship, fueled by his radical slogan of breaking the vassalage of the United States and his ambitious blueprint to expand the military by hundreds of billions, is akin to dropping a political depth bomb into the ICC of Germany's negative economic growth. His plan to stimulate the economy through military investment is, in essence, a high-risk gamble. After the Cold War, the Soviet Union pushed its fiscal deficit to 15% of GDP to maintain the arms race, leading to the collapse of its industrial system due to resource depletion. Similarly, during the Reagan era, the United States stimulated its military industry with Star Wars, ultimately resulting in the hollowing out of its manufacturing sector and the decline of the middle class, all at the cost of $2.5 trillion in debt. South Korea, U.S. hold first space threat war game. Background. 1. Space threats are escalating, with trends like concealment, electronic warfare, and the vulnerability of commercial satellites. GPS signal interference and directed energy weapon testing continue. 2. Russia-North Korea military cooperation is deepening, with North Korea advancing its nuclear missile program. 3. Since 2022, South Korea and the United States have signed cooperation agreements in space situational awareness, satellite navigation, and joint exercises, transforming space military cooperation into actual combat. Qingqiao's view. The proliferation of soft kill methods like electronic warfare and satellite jamming has turned space into the fourth battlefield after land, sea, and air. However, the Outer Space Treaty, signed in 1967, only prohibits weapons of mass destruction in space and doesn't address new threats like electronic jamming and cyber attacks. How can such a Stone Age clause constrain the Star Wars of the digital age? Over 20,000 unsold homes in Malaysia in 2024. Background. As of 2024, Malaysia's household debt is 89.3% of GDP, the highest in Southeast Asia. The savings rate has dropped from 28% in 2019 to 22%, with 56% of households having less than 3 months' worth of basic expenses in savings. The middle-class savings rate is at a record low of 6.2%. Developers are focusing on launching serviced apartments priced between Rm800,000 and Rm1.2 million, while the actual demand is for affordable housing below Rm350,000. The central bank has increased the down payment ratio to 20% to 30%, and loan interest rates remain high at 4.5% to 5.5%. Qingqiao's view. The phenomenon of over 20,000 unsold houses in Malaysia in 2024 reflects structural contradictions and policy failures, including a mismatch between supply and demand, rising household debt risks, and a broken monetary policy transmission mechanism. Thailand restarts peace talks with southern separatists. Violence in southern Thailand has surged recently, with 38 incidents reported by early May, resulting in casualties including civilians, Buddhist monks, and law enforcement officers. Prime Minister Paetongtarn Shinawatra stated that the government has deployed more troops to the south for road checks to ensure safety and is willing to restart peace talks with the southern separatist group, provided they cease all violence and refrain from demanding independence from Thailand. Background. Southern Thailand was part of the Patani Sultanate ruled by Malay Muslims. After being ceded to Thailand by the Anglo-Siamese Treaty in 1909, the local Malay community rejected Thai sovereignty. The independence movement in southern Thailand was suppressed in 1948, but separatism persisted, becoming a pressure cooker of ethnic conflict. Since 2004, armed conflicts have caused over 7,300 deaths. Thai authorities had made progress in peace talks with separatist organizations, but after the Pheu Thai government took office, the talks stagnated. Qingqiao's view. True peace lies not in a ceasefire, but in building an inclusive identity and vision for development. History shows that military repression and superficial reconciliation only lead to recurring conflicts. The aerospace sector surged, with an inflow of 2.389 billion yuan. Qingqiao's view. This market growth is driven by both military aerospace and civil aviation. The tense international situation has increased demand for upgrading military aircraft, missiles, and other weapons. Meanwhile, the emerging low-altitude economy, represented by drones and electric vertical takeoff and landing aircraft, is unlocking a trillion-level market for the industry. Today's insight. As the world teeters between greed and restraint, Germany's trillion-dollar arms push, the cycle of violence in southern Thailand, and Malaysia's real estate bubble all point to one root cause: the failure to observe balance. When desire overrides reality and arrogance overwhelms restraint, society rushes toward collapse. The way out may lie in the Eastern wisdom of moderation, knowing when to advance, and when to yield.